Hi, my name is Brendan Schmidt, and today I'll be giving you a brief tour through the history of the St. Louis Cardinals organization. The St. Louis Cardinals are one of the most prestigious organizations in all of sports. Their history has been full of success and prosperity, and that continues to this day. I know a lot about the Cardinals since I've been a very good fan since a young age, but I did a lot of research to become more knowledgeable on their history, and I plan on taking you through a tour of that history. My main focusing points today are going to be on when the Cardinals were founded, the championships they've won, the historical players they've had come through the organization, the cultural impact they've had, and their current condition. So now let's begin with when it all started. The St. Louis Browns were founded in 1892 by Chris Vander Aa, and they were in the National League. In 1899, they changed their name to the Perfectos, and then in 1900, they changed their name to the Cardinals, and that would stick throughout the rest of their history. So now that we know where they began and when they began, let's go on to the championships they've won. The Cardinals have won 19 National League pennants. That is the most in the National League. And since 2000, they have won it 4 more times. They have won 11 World Series championships, the first being in 1926, then again in 1931, 1934, 1942, 1944, 1946, 1964, 1967, 1982, 2006, and their most recent in 2011. They have the second most championships behind the Yankees, who have 27. They most recently went in 2013, and their most recent win came in 2011, like I said earlier. So now that we know all of the great championships they've won, let's talk about the players that made a couple of those championships happen. The first I'll begin with is Stan Musial. According to the Cardinals website, he hit .331 and he hit 475 home runs in his career. Stan was known throughout baseball as one of the greatest hitters of all time and by his common nickname, Stan the Man. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1969. Now we'll move on to Ozzie Smith. He was traded to the Cardinals from the Padres in 1982. His career fielding percentage was .978, and he had 580 stolen bases. Ozzie collected 2,460 hits in his career, and he had 13 Gold Gloves. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2002. And the last player I'll talk about is Bob Gibson. Bob Gibson had 251 career victories with a 2.91 earned run average, and he had 3,117 strikeouts. He won 2 Cy Youngs during his career, and he had 1 MVP. So these players had a huge impact on St. Louis, besides just on the Cardinals. According to Forbes, 76% of St. Louisans went to, saw, or listened to a Cardinals game in the last year, which is the most in all of baseball, making them the most loyal fan base. Some people even call the St. Louis Cardinals baseball's moral center. Baseball means a lot to the city of St. Louis. 3.5 million fans, according to Forbes, walked through the turnstiles in Busch Stadium last season, which is the second highest attendance in Major League Baseball, and it was the second highest for the Cardinals ever. The fans are commonly referred to as Cardinal Nation, and that kind of just describes what they mean to St. Louis. And they still mean a lot. Their most recent World Series wins came in 2006 and 2011. They're still doing good to this very day. This is their current condition. David Eckstein, according to Tom Verducci, won the 2006 World Series MVP, and according to David Freese won the MVP of the World Series in 2011. The Cardinals won the NL Central last year, and they are looking to do it again this year. Most analysts picked the Cardinals to win the NL Central this year because they feel they have the longest running success and they feel like they can do it again. And they feel they're going to make a run in the playoffs. And just to show you something now, my uncle gave me this ball from the 2011 World Series. John Jay gave it to him when they were doing warm-ups, and so I just wanted to show that to you. So let's just go over a quick recap of the history. They were founded in the 1800s. The Cardinals have had tons of great players come through their organization since they began, and they mean a lot to the city of St. Louis. They're still one of the best teams in baseball, and they still have a lot of top-notch players. They mean a lot to me, and they always will. So, thank you.